The roof was getting replaced because there was significant damage due to hail. There was tiles that were cracked that ran down onto the decking. So the significant damage, the homeowner decided for their insurance purposes and everything, let's just redo the whole thing. So that's what we're doing. We tore off everything. I would say that this job is going to take a complete, from start to finish, a total of 5 to 6 days. This is a pretty big house. It's got multiple roof variations, from hips going up to median, down to valleys. The roof is getting replaced because there was significant damage due to hail. There was tiles that were cracked that ran down onto the decking, ruined the underlayment, and with tile roofs, underlayment is the most important thing next to the tile. So the significant damage, the homeowner decided for their insurance purposes and everything, let's just redo the whole thing. And so that's what we're doing. We tore off everything from this corner down to the radius walls and tearing them off completely, like I said, down to the deck, re-underlaying it with a pill and stick ice and water shield, and then a synthetic top. These 2x6s that you see standing on the ridge and hips of the roof is for our raised, because it's a double layer tile that we're putting on, and this gives it that, allows it to stay flush and get over on top of the regular tiles to create that seal of water flow. It is a Spanish clay tile. It's more like a rustic, kind of old style fashion looking, with a mortar pack on it. There's gonna be cement in between almost all of them, so it's gonna give it that vintage elderly look, but it's gonna be a brand new roof. Well, the unique is that if you do it right, it comes out great. It looks beautiful. The challenging part about it is that it is not very flexible at all. It's stiff. You got to make your cuts almost precise. It's a solid piece, so you can't just maneuver it around. You got to make cuts. So that makes it a little bit more difficult to work with. But again, if you understand what you're doing, and over years that you've been doing it, it doesn't happen in a day, it tends to come out a lot better. But the most physically demanding is, well, roofing is physically demanding anyway, but from start, it's tearing off the old material. They got to take everything off, and that means pulling nails, taking it off and throwing it into the dumpster that you can see, the little trailer right there that they fill up, walking across the roof. We're walking on a slope as you're carrying 6 or 7 tiles and watching where you're walking, so that way you don't trip and fall. Adds a little bit more strain on your body. That's just the beginning. And then when you're actually roofing the job, the same thing. You're taking tiles and you're putting them in place, and you're taking them from one spot to another. That's all physically demanding, because each tile, although they're not heavy one per se, but when you get 6 or 7 of them in your hand on a consistent basis, it's like walking around 30 to 40 pounds of tile just going back and forth. So it gets physically demanding. And then with the heat and the sun being out, it makes it a little bit more draining for our workers. But these guys have a good system. They work together. It's not all about me. It's about a we thing here. The whole team working for the same common goal. And they've gotten this cleared off in a day for the most part, with a few exceptions. But again, that wouldn't have happened if they didn't all work together as one. It's actually been coordinated very, very well. The way our guys have came in, you can see plywood here to protect the pavers of the driveway, so that way we don't ruin it in any kind. Tiles, they're heavy. They can come down off the roof and chip concrete or chip the pavers, and that's just added cost. But they coordinated enough to get plywood all over this side of the driveway. We have tarps laid all the way around the house to protect bushes and the property of the house. We have netted tarps over the air conditioner, so they can still run their air conditioners and keep them protected from falling debris. We put plywood over the windows, covering the windows so we didn't break any windows. So the coordination to keep the property safe and protected was very, very well done. Weather permitting, I would say that this job is going to take a complete, from start to finish, a total of 5 to 6 days. Like I said, in 2 days' time, they've gotten the majority of their prep work already done. They got lines chalked out for where each tile is going to go. We got wood on our ridges and hips for our barrel tiles. We have our radiuses already chalked out and lined out for where those tiles are going to go and how they're going to be cut and everything. So with the extensive preparation work that these guys have put into it, it's going to fly by when it comes down to the final product.